So throughout this summer, you've seen lots of footage of me and my 2022 Gladiator Rubicon. But you haven't seen much of Morpheus. This is my 2022 Rubicon Wrangler, and it's the Recon package, so I'm going to show you a little bit about that. But we're going to go over exactly what I've done to this build. I'm going to start off with the 12,000 pound VR12 Evo worn winch. This has got the synthetic rope, and for the hook I'm using the Factor 55 Ultra hook. I haven't used the winch yet, but I've only got 6,500 kilometers on this Jeep because every adventure I go out on, it's always been the Gladiator. For nighttime vision, I've got the aux beam spotlights here. But then if you come over here, I've got the Expiate wide beam lights, so I can really see when I'm driving down the trail. Most of the components that came with the Extreme Recon have been taken off of this Jeep. Mind you, I still have the gears and flares. So this fender flare is an extension. So when you look at it from the back, the wheel's not really sticking out that far. These are 12.5-inch wide, so it really should be sticking out far past the fender, as you can tell by the fronts. But at the backs, as you can see, it's really covered. So I'm not going to be throwing stones and rocks and everything else. I did take off the end caps, making this a stubby bumper, and it's still the stock bumper with the bull bar. I do have a set of fuel rims in bronze, and right now on this Jeep I've got the KO2 37-inch tires. For the side steps, I went with the DV8s. At first, I really like these, and you can tell with only 6,500 kilometers, they're in pretty good shape. Mind you, if you look nice and close, the overcoat is coming off and rust is coming through. On my Gladiator, you can really see it. This is the decal work that I have on my Jeep. 67 Designs, of course, has got to be on there. Evo's got to be on there. Why is Evo on there? This looks like a TerraFlex lift. It is a TerraFlex lift. I've got a 4.5-inch TerraFlex lift, but I'm using Evo shocks because I find that the TerraFlex shocks are pretty weak. I did go with a Falcon steering stabilizer and the Falcon shocks, front and back.
I stand tall for. I won't feel it when I fall, but you know.
I also went with the TerraFlex Alpine system. For the adjustable arms. And that is front and back. For the upper and lower control arms. With the Extreme Recon package, it does come with the heavy duty tire carrier. So I didn't have to actually go out and purchase another one. I've got the Way of Life CB bar, which is awesome. Shout out to Eddie. And on that, I've got my B-Fang GMRS. I used to use CB, but I didn't think that it was that reliable. I would talk to people 3 or 4 car lengths behind me and I couldn't hear them because it was just too muffled. So with the GMRS, I find it clear as day when we're anywhere on the trails. I got my 67 designs set up in here, but all of that stuff is in my Gladiator right now. Here's the GMRS antenna. And this is a bolt that goes onto the Mopar mirrors when I take my doors off. I learned a lot in my last Jeep. I replaced the fenders and I replaced the headlights and all kinds of stuff, and I kept getting warning lights on my dashboard. This being a Rubicon, you've got a lot more clearance on here, so I didn't need to replace the fenders, and now I'm not getting those error messages. I did originally have the same VV8 hood that was on my blue Gladiator on this one as well, but I swapped it back into the original stock Rubicon hood. I just want this to look stock, but not be stock. I'm 6 foot tall, and this is at least 7 foot tall. License plate is JL Johnny. That pays tribute to my old channel, JL Johnny's Jeep Life. That's a channel that I had for years and years and years, and I did a lot of install videos and all kinds of other stuff. So if you haven't checked that out, I will leave a link below to my old channel. It's not active anymore, but there's tons of videos on there if you want to see anything. As you can tell, I have taken this off-road a few times, and I do have some scratches on the rims, which that doesn't bother me at all. That's a war wound that was done while rock crawling. No big deal. A couple of the other options. This has got the front trail cam. I did not have that on my last Jeep, so I'm really thankful to have that. So there's nothing better than when you're rock crawling and you're at the end of a cliff. You want to know if you're going to drive off of a cliff onto nothing and fall to your death, or if there's actual road there. So that's awesome.